Hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you might be joining us from in the world today. My name is Meg Alexander. I am part of Power to Fly's virtual hosting team, and I am, as always, honored and excited to get to host another Power to Fly Chat and Learn virtual event. Quick call outs or visual descriptors for anyone that needs them. My name is Meg Alexander. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm a 38-year-old white woman. I have pink and blue and purple hair, pink glasses, and a black t-shirt under overalls. And I am very excited to get started today for today's session. Now, before we dive in and welcome our guest speaker, I just want to real quick go over some housekeeping. This will be especially important if this is your first Power to Fly event. And if that's the case, then hi! It's so nice to meet you. Welcome. We're so happy to have you join us today. Now, the love is no less real for my frequent flyers. Thank you all so much for joining us. I love seeing your familiar names and faces and avatars in the chat. So thank you all so much for joining us today and taking time out of your day to spend with Power to Fly. All right, so whether this is your first Power to Fly event or your 50th, the big thing to know is that participation is key. All right, we want to make sure that you all are as ready and welcome to participate in any way you would like. So a couple different options. You can always turn your cameras on if you'd like. There is no need to be Instagram perfect, y'all. Just because I finally washed my hair for the first time in like 6 days does not mean that you cannot bring your messy buns, dry shampoo, all of that good stuff here. We love to see it. You can be coming to us from your living room couch or corner office. It makes no difference to us. We just want to meet you where you are. Now, if you don't want to participate with your camera, that's totally fine. It is not necessary. You can always write into the chat. So I've got the chat up in front of me right now, and I see that Ria, my buddy, is back in there prompting y'all to share where you're joining us from. I really encourage y'all to chime into that chat. Let us know. I'm coming to you from Toledo, Ohio. This is land that belonged to the Fox, Kickapoo, and Potawatomi tribes in my area. So if you are comfortable, please feel free to let us know where you're joining from, and if you know whose land you're on. Now, as we go through today's event, like I said, you can participate in the group chat if you'd like. You don't have to worry about taking notes though, because we're recording today. So what that means is that there are people watching us live on YouTube right now. Hi, YouTube. We're live streaming right there right now. And even if you are, loving today's event, you don't have to take notes to still get all of the value, okay? You can hang out, enjoy the conversation that I'm about to have with Julia, and not worry if you miss a reference or a resource that someone lists. Now, what that means for everybody is let's say that something comes up and you want to share this video, you can do that. So what's going to happen is everybody that registered for today's event is going to get an email from Power to Fly in about 4 to 5 business days. So probably next week. And it'll have a link to where you can rewatch this recording that we're making right now when we post it on our website on powertofly.com. Now, if you want to check this out when it gets to our website, that's awesome. But let's say you want to send it faster. You can always check out our YouTube channel. Like I said, we'll share links for all of this as we go. And you can check out our YouTube channel. The video is usually posted by the end of business today. And there's a whole section of our kind of best of and like greatest hits on that channel as well in YouTube. Now, YouTube is awesome. It's available a lot faster. I do also recommend you check out our website, mostly because that is our huge bank of resources, y'all. Everything that we have in there is for free and it's for you. So I very much recommend that you avail yourself of those resources and use them to whatever benefit you need. Now, like I said, we do want to encourage y'all to chime in the chat. So I'm chiming in here to see, we've got people coming to us from Saratoga Springs, Utah, Madison, Wisconsin. Breen's coming in from Costa Rica, Sandra in Florida, Maiden is in Alberta, Canada. Hakeem is from Vegas. Thanks y'all for joining. Montreal, Jamaica, Dallas, Texas, Vancouver. We've got Germany as well. I love this, y'all. Thank you so much. I love seeing how far our global audience spreads. So thank you all for chiming in here. Now, just keep aware, as you can see over my shoulder, this is the code of conduct. Now, as you are navigating, asking questions or networking with your fellow attendees, just make sure that you are abiding by our basic code of conduct. This is a lot of legalese. Basically, what it boils down to is don't be a jerk, okay? Lead from a place of kindness and respect, and generally speaking, you can't go wrong. If you have questions that you want to share or thoughts that you want to share and you want to be kept anonymous, that's okay. You can DM them to me. I'm happy to share your question or your comment and keep you anonymous. Just make sure that, like I said, we play nice, y'all. All right, now, I'm very excited to introduce you to our speaker today, Julia James. But before I do that, I just wanted to highlight a couple things for you here because Ms. James is a fabulously impressive individual. I can't wait for you to learn some more from her today. So Julia James, PCC, CPCC, and MSc, is a certified life coach with over 15 years experience coaching people through positive career transformations. Now, based on her own quest for career clarity and her clients' success, Julia feels strongly that career fulfillment extends to every area of life. She's the author of the award-winning book, The Mini Retreat Solution, where she provides tools to relax quickly and connect with your inner wisdom. Julia's calm, positive energy infuses everything she does, and her commitment to personal growth and happiness is contagious. 10 of 10, I can absolutely agree with that every step of the way. We're so happy to have Julia join us on stage today. Julia, what else would you like our audience to know about you?
Thanks for asking me. And I would just launch into the presentation. I'll share a little bit more about myself during the session. So
All right, sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All right, y'all, Julia's going to take the stage. I'm going to sit back seat, but I'll be on the chat the entire time. So if you got questions at any point, please send them in. And I cannot wait to hear more from Julia. So Julia, stage is all yours.
Okay. So yeah, first slide, please. I'm so grateful to have this support here. There's amazing tech support. So yes, stop waiting, welcome career clarity. First of all, I just wanted to repeat that thank you so much for taking time out of your busy lives to be here today. I really appreciate your presence. And to fully, be present here, I encourage you to turn off any devices that you don't need during this session, any phones, any other programs that you might have been running on your computer. Just turn all of that off. And I actually do encourage you to have a pen and paper with you, or if you prefer some other way of note-taking. And this is not about note-taking about the session, but there will be points in the session where it will be helpful for you to actually jot a few things down. And now to fully get present, I actually want to lead you in a very short centering exercise, mini retreat, I call it, to really get present here and now so that you can get the full benefit of this hour we are sharing together. So just take a moment right now. And yeah, if it feels comfortable for you, just close your eyes and notice the support underneath your feet, underneath your seat. Just allow yourself to relax into that support. Just notice your breath flowing in and out naturally. Just take a moment to appreciate the miracle of your breath. Lovely. And then again, connecting with all that tremendous support you receive from the ground. And with that, knowing that you're here, that you fully landed in this moment, I welcome you to open your eyes again. Yeah, and I'm feeling a lot more present too. So it's wonderful to be here with you. And I just welcome Ria to stop the share for a moment, stop the slide share so that you can see my face a little bit bigger, if that's possible. Okay. Yeah, so before we dive in deep, I wanted to share a little bit about me and especially answer the question, like, why should you listen to me? I often want to know when I listen to a webinar, a session, what makes this speaker credible? Why would I listen to them? And so the first thing, I mean, it's already been mentioned a little bit in the introduction, but I've actually been through this journey of finding career clarity myself. And that takes us back 21 years. I was stuck in a job, in a field that wasn't right for me. And I didn't know how to change it, what to do, and how to move forward. And in all of that stress, I actually was introduced to coaching, which I didn't even know what that was at the time. But I found a coach and I worked with this coach. And through this journey, I found my clarity, and that was to become a coach. And yeah, and so this 180 transformation I lived through myself actually spurred me on to give back and to help others find their clarity. And I would say the biggest testament to to why this is like why I'm actually qualified is all the success stories of my clients. And I will share them throughout this presentation with you, some of them. And but back to the question, why listen to me? Because ultimately I help you listen more deeply to yourself. And that's what the session is all about. So now, again, Meg mentioned earlier, full participation will give you a full value. So I want to invite Ria to put the first poll in and just let us know, are you willing to fully participate here today and experience this session 100%? So let's just see. This is exciting. Wonderful. Okay, 100%. Wonderful. A few no's too, and maybe you come on board. But and also again, as Meg mentioned, some people don't have it may not be possible for everybody. But seems like, yeah, we got a good 97. Yay. Okay, great. So then let's dive in to the next slide, please, Ria. Okay. And yeah, here's the roadmap for today. So we will dive into facing your fears, reconnecting with your confidence, and then I'll share the 5 essential elements of career clarity. And there's an opportunity for you to create a lasting impact. So this is what we'll do today. And yeah, I'm excited. So I'm guessing you're all here because you want a career that energizes and inspires you. And no matter where you are on this journey to finding it, you are at the perfect place. So let's have the next slide. So why is this topic important to you? And this is where I really welcome you to put your answers into the chat, and I'll actually be reading that chat. So let's hear it from you. Why is this topic important to you? Okay. Here we go. Work is such a large portion of our lives. It is important to feel fulfilled. Absolutely. I'm being real with what I need now. Yay for you. Work is so much more than just the tasks you complete. Absolutely. I can't just work something to earn money anymore. Yes, it's not all about the money. Want to find my calling. Yay. I think I know what I want, and I like to test my thinking periodically. I love that. Clarity is everything, not just for careers, but for life in general. Absolutely agree. I need to be able to connect mentally to what I do every day. We give so many hours a day to what we do. Yes. Struggling to find joy in a job search. Yes, I'm with you, and absolutely, we need to infuse it with joy. I need a change. I'm in need of a change and inspiration. Yeah, you're in the right place. I want to be intentional about my next chapter. I love that. Yay. Okay. I'm no longer getting any satisfaction from my career. I feel like I'm doing the bare minimum to keep my head above water. Oh, yeah. Sending you some love, and yes, you're in the right place. Why can't I have a decent salary and meaning? Yes, we can have both. So thanks for asking. And we're about to find out. Struggling to find the job, the joy in job search. Yes, got that. I want to feel fulfilled in every area of my life. I don't believe in working just for a paycheck or living, whoopsie, living check to check. Therefore, I want to maximize my time and make sure most of it is spent doing what I love and it is most rewarding. Yes. I want to stop feeling crappy that I get laid off. Yeah, absolutely. Turn that around. And this is a great start. I want to stop my habit of working jobs instead of working in a career that aligns with my goals and values. Power to you. Yes. There's joy in job search. Tell me more. Yes, there can be. So, okay. I have been applying to more jobs every day, reformatting my resume and upskilling myself, and yet rejection email from the programs and jobs I apply as career gap. I want to return back to work. Yes, that is, I hear you. And yes, also you are in the right place. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all of that. And I so appreciate you sharing. So yes, you're all absolutely in the right place. And we'll go to the next slide. So this is about mindset. Are you willing for this to be a fun adventure? And we're going to have the next poll for this. And I'll say a few more words. So with, when it comes to career, often we associate it with struggle, hard, challenging, boring, disengaged, just all like, not enough money, not enough resources, not enough jobs. So all of these thoughts that we have about work really ultimately take away from the possibility of this could be a fun adventure. This could be a discovery journey, and you could actually have fun along the way. And yeah, so I see again a great 96% are willing for this to be a fun adventure. Yay for you! This is awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so now next slide, please. Yeah, so I just want to feature one of my successful coaching clients, Catherine. That was sort of the turning point for her when she really started embracing this as a fun adventure, this career journey. That's when things started really clicking for her, and she made an amazing change. And as she says, flung herself with open arms onto this new path. And yeah, and that's where the question. Yeah, she was already making money before the ink was dry on the resignation letter of her old workplace. So that's how fast things can happen when you receive the right support and when you give yourself to this with the spirit of adventure. So yeah, let's go on with this. And next slide, please. Okay, so embarking on your career clarity journey does take courage. I wholeheartedly agree, and that's why all these fears are actually very natural. All these fears that are popping up for you. And so facing your fears is actually a very important part of the adventure. And what I would like to do with you today is actually have an experience of actually naming your fears and containing them. And for that purpose, I brought this little box, and this box may not look very big. We use it for coasters, but there's room for all your fears in this box. So we will contain them in here. So I'm asking you to put your fears in the chat. And again, I won't mention any names, so you can be comfortable to just share in the chat. And if, yeah, Yeah, I think it's fine. We're all here together. So yeah, I'm just gonna say one of my own fears is that you won't share your fears. So whew, in the box it goes. Okay, let's see the chat, and actually also if we can have a pause on the screen share, then you can see the box better and all of that, and we can just focus on that. Thanks. Okay, let's see. So the fear of my own greatness. Whew, in the box it goes. Yes. Being older and not in the young generation, I feel like this holds employers back. Whew, in the box it goes. Financial stability is my biggest fear. So I'm guessing not having it. Whew, in the box it goes. The fear of failing. Oh, yes, absolutely. Big one. In the box it goes. Finances too, yes. Ageism, yeah, there's some, absolutely. And again, you're recognizing you're not alone. A lot of these fears are shared. The fear that I will not be seen or valued for my skills. Oh, whew, in the box it goes. Fear of the unknown and things I can't control. Yes, that's a big one. In the box it goes. That no matter how good I am, I won't earn from the earning opportunities I desire. Okay, that's a huge one. In the box it goes. Fear that I will not find fulfillment and die penniless. Oh my God, yes. Whew, in the box it goes. The fear I'm not qualified to do anything. Oh yes, in the box it goes, in the box it goes, in the box it goes. Not learning enough fast enough. Yeah. Whew. In the box it goes. Being stuck. Yes. The fear of being stuck. And absolutely, in the box it goes. Fear of not being able to match for the culture of a new career. Okay. Whew. In the box it goes. I'm scared to speak about disability. Absolutely. In the box that goes. That's a big one. Working just for the paycheck and not being fulfilled. So this continuing, yes, in the box it goes. The fear of staying stuck in that. Fear of not having medical insurance. Whew, in the box it goes. Oh, absolutely. The fear that I'll choose the wrong career. Whew, big one, yes. Not enough money for retirement and health. In the box it goes. Whew. My age, unable to decide, uncertainty about my future. In the box it goes. Okay, so there's lots more coming, and I will just say, let's just put them all in here. So even if I haven't named your specific fear, they're all in this box now. So the box kind of feels quite full now. And yeah, so thank you so much for sharing all your fears and also recognizing you're not alone with these fears. And so what we want to do now is they're all contained in the box. And I know that you are all hugely compassionate. You are compassionate. And so what we will do next is imagine that all the fears that we've contained in here, they actually are little puppies or little kittens, depending on what you like. And they need your compassion. So what we'll do is we'll beam from our hearts to these fears all the compassion and the love. And let them be wrapped in a blanket of compassion, held in love. And so as you do this, beaming your compassion to the box of fears, just know that your compassion is infinite. So as you beam it to the box, it naturally grows and expands within you. You're not depleting yourself. And so just notice all these little fears and big fears being wrapped in compassion. All the little puppies or kittens being held and contained in your compassion. Beautiful. And just notice how it feels in your body to have all these fears wrapped in compassion. And I'm just going to put the lid on again for the purpose of more containment. So just notice, what is it like in your body to have all of these fears contained in compassion? Just put it in the chat. Secure but uneasy. That's good to notice. Calming. Great. Can't we burn the box? Yes, we could, and we won't, because ultimately, again, those are parts of you, these little fear beings, and they just need to be contained. It's such a desire. We want to get rid of fear. I mean, I hear you, and I often feel the same way. But ultimately, it's really our job to take care of these fears. Okay. Yeah, just saying out loud makes it less scary. Absolutely, it is. That's the power of naming. Yeah. And so again, the question was just noticing how it feels, having all these fears contained in your compassion. How does it feel in your body? If anybody else wants to share. Like worms that should never escape from that box. Yes. Yes, it's very important to hold them in there because, again, more relaxed and spacious. When we have them contained, then we can actually make decisions and move forward from our courage rather than from our fears. Yes, there's disbelieving, there's confusion, and those are all part of it too. Yeah. And this is your very first time doing this. So hooray for you. Okay. So now let's move on to the next slide. Please, Ria. Okay. So this is one of my clients, Cindy, and that was one of the key elements in her journey, is actually facing her fears. And again, with the right support, moving forward. And in her case, she created her own business, and it's very successful. And yeah, and she's very happy about it. So huge transformation. But again, it all started with facing those fears that she was holding, just like you. So next slide, please. Okay. So now that we've contained all these fears, it's time to reconnect with your confidence. And so it's actually a tool to reconnect with your confidence is remembering a good experience. And a good experience has 3 elements. You were good doing what you did in that experience, and you enjoyed the experience, and you feel proud of the experience or accomplished by the experience. And I'll just share 2 examples here of good experiences. So for me, one of the things I love to do is making something out of nothing. And so I created this little owl, and it was out of an old sweater. Anyways, I had so much fun doing it, and then yeah, and now it's actually my buddy. So when I'm doing sessions like this, she's right here with me, my little owl. So this is one of my good experiences, and I want to share a good experience of my husband. And so that was in the early stages of dating, and we were at my place, and it was kind of late, and I was I was a little bit grumpy. I was hungry, and there was still a whole pile of dishes to be done, and he said, "Well, I can do your dishes." And I was like, you want to do my dishes? I was a little bit, really? And he's like, absolutely. And so then he got to work in the kitchen and he fluffed off the water with the soaps and soap suds, and he just gave himself to doing the dishes like I've never seen anybody do that before. And so he actually really gets a kick out of doing the dishes. So it doesn't really matter what kind of experience you're drawing on, as long as it's a good experience for you. It doesn't have to be anything career related either. So just drawing on a good experience from your life, something that where you were good at it, that you enjoyed doing, and that you feel proud that you did it, that you feel accomplished that you did it. So just remember one of those good experiences and jot it down. This is where your pen and paper comes in handy. Just to briefly jot it down. You don't have to go into any details, but just to remember yourself, wow, yeah, that was a good experience. And then I'd like to see in the chat, like, how does it feel to reconnect with one of these good experiences? Don't be shy. It makes me feel hope. It makes me feel proud, empowering. Yay. Yay for you. Yes. So there's something about the confidence that's actually reemerging. Took a bit of thinking, but then really great. Yay for you. Yeah, great. Skillful. Yes. Beautiful. Yeah, and there are some sharing of these stories too. Help 30 families and seniors get food and resources during COVID. Yes. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, helps me see myself in a positive way. Absolutely. Yes. So you see, this is like turning to these good experiences, looking for the next. Absolutely. Yes. It's like when we've had them, we can actually recreate them. Absolutely. This is the power of remembering the good experiences. So thank you so much for sharing. Yes. So now let's have the next slide, please. And so this is just the beginning. So I actually have a gift in store for you. It's a confidence booster mini retreat. And while there are certain good experiences that we just have readily, available in our memory, there's a lot more good experiences that are sort of stored deeper in your subconscious. And so this mini retreat will ultimately help you bring them back to the surface, remember them more fully, and then most importantly, also look at these experiences as like opportunities to see and recognize more of your talents, your strengths, the things that come natural to you, because they're all ultimately hidden in these good experiences. So I encourage you to get your confidence booster mini retreat. Simply contact me, juliajames.ca/contact, and then put in the subject line smile, because I guarantee it will make you smile to take that confidence booster mini retreat. And also it's just a joy for me to receive all these smiles in my inbox. So please go ahead and do that right now if you'd like it. And then I'll share another success story. Great. And also thank you, Ria, for putting that in the chat, the link, and makes it easier for people. So thanks so much. Okay. So now on to the next slide, please. Yeah, and this is Rachel. And I just wanted to share that story, especially because sometimes we can be stuck for a long time. In Rachel's case, it was 7 years, and she was without a career and agonized over her lack of direction. And she actually had worked with several other career coaches, and nothing just seemed right for her. And so this is with the coaching that she did with me and with the right support, she ultimately regained her confidence. And then everything started to happen more naturally. And she's now in a career that's based on a favorite pastime, and she just loves it. So I just wanted to give you that story as reassurance, even if it feels like you've been stuck for a very long time. With reconnecting with your confidence, you absolutely can move forward in good ways. Okay, let's have the next slide, please. So now I wanted to share the 5 essential elements of career clarity. And they actually together spell out the word clear, as in, I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. Yeah, so the first of these 5 essential elements is claim your purpose. And this is all about connecting with the elements that bring you a sense of meaning. So the things that you feel strongly about, the causes that you feel strongly about, where you want to see a change in the world. And ultimately, it's very important that you also feel like it would be a joy to work towards that change. So there's a lot of shoulds in the purpose department. So if it feels like, oh, somebody has to do it, I have to do this, then it's not the true purpose. So the true purpose really also connects you with that sense of joy and meaning. And as I'm going through these, I actually would like you to, again, refer to your pen and paper and give yourself numbers, rate yourself on a scale from 0 to 10, with 0 being not at all and 10 being 100%. So with that sense of purpose, and again, right now, there's no judgment attached to it. It's just getting a sense of where are you starting from? Where are you at right now, right this moment? So with claiming your purpose, give yourself a number from 0 to 10. Just honestly, where are you with really having it clear on what your purpose is and what kind of meaning you want to contribute to? Like, what is the change that you really want to support or create in the world? Great. And so the second element, live your values. It's also a really important element of career clarity. And so knowing your values and living them are 2 very different things. So living your values ultimately gives you that feeling of alignment, gives you that sense of you are in alignment with what you're doing and you are acting in ways that just feel right. You can be yourself, ultimately. It feels good. And so not living your values ultimately feels like you're compromising, you're not really speaking your truth, you're not being yourself, you're putting on a facade at work. Like all these things are signs that you're not fully living your values, at least not during work hours. So just again, giving yourself an honest number from where you're starting from right now. On the scale from 0 to 10, how much are you actually living your values on a day-to-day basis? And of course, also the piece of like, sometimes we don't even know what our values are. And that is one of the big discoveries that, that I help people with throughout the career clarity journey. So not knowing is also okay, and just giving yourself a lower number. It's all about actually finding them. And again, it's okay to not know at this point. And the third element, envision your fulfilling career. So this is a very powerful element. This is where you ultimately connect with the vision of what it's like to be working in this field that you love, that feels aligned with who you are. And getting a crystal clear vision of that can really help you move forward in big ways. So again, if you're not sure what you actually want, that's totally okay. So just giving yourself a lower number on this. Accessing your strengths is the fourth essential element. And so, as I said earlier, with this confidence experience of remembering good experiences is actually a start to accessing your true strengths. Because if you did something that you were good at and you enjoyed doing, that means that is one of your natural strengths or several of your natural strengths that ultimately helped you do it. So it is the starting point of discovering your natural strengths. And again, once you are aligned in a career that is truly right for you, you will be using your strengths on a daily basis. And then the fifth element, releasing your fears, and that's an ongoing journey. So we've done a big part today together, and releasing the fears that are stopping you. And ultimately, this means, they are safely contained and you are sending your love and compassion to them on a day-to-day basis. It's not one of those things that, once you know it, it's done. It's like it's a continuous practice of actually not letting fear run the show, but continuously, holding them in compassion. So again, give yourself a number on a scale from 0 to 10 where you're at with this. Good. And so now this exercise of these 5 essential elements of career clarity is really about awareness. So gaining awareness of where you're starting from, where you are right now. And this is very powerful. So yeah, let's have the next slide, please. Okay. So no matter where you are right now, I actually want to give you another mini retreat to give you the experience of you have arrived. So just take a moment right now. And again, if it feels comfortable for you, close your eyes. Find that seat again, find your feet on the ground, and just take in a deep breath. Lovely. And so now in your imagination, travel to a time in the future where you are doing the work that feels aligned with who you are. You've claimed your purpose. You are living your values. You are connected with a vision and a direction that feels right for you. You are accessing and using your amazing strengths on a day-to-day basis. And you're continuously noticing your fears, containing them, holding them in compassion. You are actively engaged in the work that you do. You feel valued, you feel seen, you feel recognized, and you're contributing in ways that feel absolutely aligned with who you are and with what you're all about. And all of this is rippling out into the rest of your life, supporting your health, your relationships. Yeah. So just letting yourself feel this for a moment. You have arrived. Good. And then gently let this go, knowing that you can reconnect with this very powerful experience anytime you wish. And just please, share in the chat what it's like for you to have arrived. Okay, let's see. Happy. Oh my God, I see rainbows. Fulfilling. Bloody hell about time. Pardon my French. Okay, great. Less fearful, uneasy. Peace. Beautiful. Great. Okay. Joy and relief. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, this is very powerful. A dream. Yes. And a dream worth fulfilling. Yes. Fantastic. And yeah, and I have already arrived. That's wonderful. That's a wonderful, powerful realization too. More calm, hopeful, beautiful. Okay, great. So now, next slide, please. Yes. So there is something in between where you are now and this fulfilling this dream, getting, moving forward on this journey. And yeah, so for a moment, I would like you to just self-diagnose your top challenge. And I'd like to have the poll for this one. So yeah, it could be a number of things. Maybe you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, maybe stuck spinning your wheels, maybe bored and disengaged. And it could be something else too. And especially when you're selecting the other, I'm really curious if you would be willing to share in the chat what it is for you. What is your top challenge? Please do. Limiting beliefs. Absolutely. Yes. That's kind of very closely connected with the fears. Feeling like I need to do things alone. Absolutely. Isolation is a big stopper too. Yes. This is the power of being here together actually today. Okay. So again, it's just this is again very powerful to recognize what you, from your own perspective, see as the top challenge. Again, just naming that and recognizing that is already a very powerful step in the right direction. So thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. And now we're moving on to the next slide. Yes. And here's another gift for you. So for those of you, if you feel ready for career clarity adventure with support, and if you're willing to invest in yourself, and if you want to create a lasting impact, then I would be so delighted to give you a career clarity consult. And you can request that. And again, Ria is going to put the link in the chat. It's juliajames.as.me/clear. Yes, and I'll just say a few words about that career clarity consult. This is really an opportunity. You have my undivided attention for 30 minutes, and it's really about looking at your challenge together and identifying the next powerful steps together. So it would be my absolute pleasure to give that to you. So take a moment now, if you'd like to just get on my calendar and book your own career clarity consult. Beautiful. And so now, we're moving on to the next slide. Yeah, this is a big question for you. What are your next steps? What are you gonna do? And I invite you again to put that in the chat, because Sharing what you're planning to do makes it just a little bit more likely to happen. And absolutely, your next steps can be listening to that to that confidence booster mini retreat, and also receiving your career clarity consult. So those are two powerful steps. But what are your next steps? What are you going to do as a result of participating today? I can feel you all thinking. This is a big question, I know. And the most important thing is actually taking a small step. It doesn't have to do anything. It doesn't have to be anything humongous. So as I said, taking that confidence booster mini retreat is absolutely a powerful next step. Okay. Oh, here we go. Take a step back from the aggravation and add 30 minutes a day of self-care. I love that. Congratulations. Yes, that's huge. Keeping on, stay focused on my goals. Congratulations. Yes, that's huge. Powerful, powerful. Have faith. Yes, that's a really powerful step. Yeah, it's an internal, again, it's that internal shift. Yes. I've been reevaluating my strengths and aligning them with career paths where I feel I can make the most impact, bringing back the joy in my life. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely. That's very powerful. So yes, keep on. Thank you so much for sharing those very powerful next steps. Yes. Okay. And so now, can we have a pause in the slides just so that you can see my whole face again? Can we pause the screen share? Rhea? Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, so I want to just share again from my own experience. So this again brings us back 21 years. And I was at the time in this career that was just not a right fit, and I was in a job that really was quite difficult, and the office politics, everything just was really challenging. And however, for me, a real pivotal moment happened when I realized that this was actually happening for me, that this was ultimately spurring me on to create a bigger change. And so ultimately, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, the hardship I went through. So I wanted to give you that as another inspiration for whatever you're going through, whatever challenge you may be facing. It may actually be there for you, supporting you to make a change. And I'd like to, again, come back to the screen share and end with a very powerful quote. So Rhea, if you could bring that back. Yeah, and just the next one, and that's the last slide. And then we have some time for questions. So yes, this is one of my favorite quotes. It is, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and then go do that. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. And this is really what this is all about. This fun adventure to career clarity is finding your aliveness and creating a career, a path that aligns with what makes you come alive. So I welcome questions. This is we have a little bit of time left for questions. And I'll also welcome Meg back for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Julia. Hold on here. Let me stop my screen sharing. We did have a couple people that had chimed in the chat saying that they were loving the session, and they were unsure if they needed to like purchase a consulting package to get actionable feedback. So let's talk about this. If people are not in a place where they can purchase your services, what should their next thing be if they're just not at a place where this is something that's feasible for them?
Absolutely. So the feasible part is the receiving the confidence booster mini retreat. And with that, you'll also receive ongoing email from me, and it's like a ton of free resources that I share there. So absolutely. So
Excellent.
again, for those of you who are ready and willing to invest, the Career Clarity Consult is there. And for those of you, there is like absolutely no money whatsoever. The confidence booster is a very powerful next step. Yes.
Like that. Okay. All right. Now, I know we had a lot of people were chiming in with like great thoughts and stuff. If you have a question that you'd like me to ask, please feel free. Let's see. A lot of people wanted to know, how do you know when it's time to make a change? So let's think about this. Is there a certain state that people come to you in? Are they all like, oh, I'm just overwhelmed? Or, you know what I mean? Like, how should people know to recognize these things for themselves?
Yes. And it is really, it can be a number of different things. So overwhelmed and stressed, I mean, we saw that was a large number of people. And yes, that can be an indicator. Also, when you feel like completely bored and like, detached, disengaged from your work, when you just feel like a robot when you're there. When you dread getting up in the morning, when you feel like, oh, another of these days where I have to work, that's an indicator. Also, how you feel after a day of work. If you feel just drained and tired and depleted, that's another really good indicator. And those are all good indicators. And then also sometimes it's that when you start acting in ways that just don't feel like you anymore, like maybe even with your friends and family, those are all really good signs that it's time for a change. And that doesn't mean that, that you should just go and quit your job, but it means that it's really time to look inside and reconnect with what is it that's truly right for you. And again, with the support of a coach, this can be a really fun adventure and doesn't have to take ages.
Yeah, of course. Now, as we are trying to reconnect, like you said, if we're going to try and reconnect with, our inner confidence, what works for you when you're trying to do this for yourself?
When I'm doing this for myself. Yes, thank you for asking, because yes, absolutely. I'm doing this on a continuous basis. That is the thing with you. It's never like, okay, you're done. So
Oh,
this is
good. We're finished now.
again, just like with the releasing of the fears, yeah, it's an ongoing thing. And so there are so many ways in which I do that. But I feel like the one of the very powerful ways to do it is ultimately this remembering the good experiences. And it can be, again, it can be anything. It can be a small thing, something that you do for fun, but you do really well and you enjoy and you are proud of it. It is one of the most powerful avenues to reconnect with your confidence quickly. And we saw it as people were sharing in the shift, after that experience. Just remembering. And then again with the booster, with the confidence booster mini retreat, again, it just accesses those deeper layers of your subconscious that you may not have direct, in your memory.
I like that a lot. Okay. All right. In the last couple of minutes we have, I just want to say, Julia, thank you so, so much. This has been really wonderful. This has been one of the most relaxing chats I've ever gotten to host. And it was really wonderful because I got to participate in it with all of you. So thank you, Julia, for that. But this has just been really, really wonderful. If people want to follow up with you or see what you've got going on, where can they reach out?
Absolutely. Yes. So that the contact through receipt for the contact page. So juliajames.ca/contact. you can reach out to me there also with other questions. So if you want the confidence booster, then put smile in the subject line. If you want to connect with me about other things, put that in the subject line. So that's how you can connect with me. Absolutely. Yes. And I look forward to connecting and connected. Yes.
All right. My last question. This is one of my favorites to ask people. If we only take one thing from today's chat, what do you want that one thing to be?
You are not alone. You are absolutely not alone on this journey. And I think it's a really important thing to remember because it can feel like that we are alone, but you're not alone.
I love that. That is so powerful. Thank you, Julia. This has been honestly super wonderful. Really, really thankful that you were able to come and spend time with us today and share this wonderful program with us. I just really appreciate it. So thank you so, so much, Julia.
Thank you, Meg. And thank you again for all the support, Ria and Meg and Rob and just the whole Power to Fly team. It's been a tremendous joy and I'm really looking forward to coming back.
Absolutely. We can't wait to have you back. All right, y'all. To all of my Power to Flyers here, thank you all so, so much for coming to today's session. I hope that you enjoyed this. I think this was a really good change from some of the stuff that we usually do, but just really, really enjoyable. So thank you all to all of our participants for coming out to this. Don't forget, we've got great programming coming the rest of this week as well as next week, and really cannot wait to see you back here for more Power to Fly events. Keep your eyes peeled on that calendar so that way you can sign up for Julia's next session with us. And we cannot wait to see you back here. Now, go on and have the day that y'all deserve to have. Bye.